he could win this round. Like, why are you pushing him? What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Why are you droning this in the middle of the open? I don't know what you're doing, though. You spent a minute rappelling around the building 17 times. What are you doing? There's nothing going for you here. Like, this is one of the worst defenses I've ever seen. Welcome back to Spectating Nightmares, where I watch your games and cry for days afterwards. Most of it happens off the screen, but here we are to implement the fear and the worry that I will carry on through the rest of my life. Today we got an Emerald 4 on PC, and this is going to be one of the most chill Spectating Nightmares yet. I'm actually serious this time. I'm going to be chill. I've said that a lot, but this is the time that I'm actually chill, because I'm going to just make this pure info. This is pure knowledge of how to get out of Emerald if you're stuck in Emerald. All right, we're watching Dog today on cafes. I've been playing Siege consistently since year 9 season 1. I'd say roughly half my games are stacked with IRL friends, the rest are solo queue. I don't care. My goal is to hit Emerald for the first time this season, which I accomplished. Let's go. Hey, congratulations, man. Good work. Good work. So now the only logical goal is to shoot for diamond. Makes sense. You know what? It's a better logical goal. Just play to get better at the game. If you get better at the game, you'll win more. All right. Diggity Dog starting off pretty weak with an Alibi pick. I mean, this is just, she's a weak operator overall, but I'm not here to hate on operator picks. I do think playing just more OP operators is a good play because, you know, they're just easier to win with because they're more OP. But Alibi is not an awful pick, especially if you play it right, and especially depending on, you know, how the other team plays. I'm a big advocate for just playing into, you know, the strengths of the weaknesses of the other team. Play into the weaknesses of the other team is what I'm trying to say. And Alibi could do that. You know, if they push really slow and they're pushing the site later in the round and you're using, you know, they're shooting the Prismas, that's going to help you get kills. This Prisma's okay. I mean, the Prisma setups are okay. I just feel like you're giving up a lot of space. Like this Prisma bathroom, you have to just keep in mind what it does, right? This only works if they're already up Whitehall, and if they're already up Whitehall, they've already gained piano control, which means they have cigar control, and if they are smart and they just hold this control, they can then plant the bomb with cover onto bathroom freezer. This Prisma is a late round, like you're investing in the late round Prisma for this, which is fine in Emerald. They probably will push all the way through. Overall, not too bad of a setup. It's okay. I do love the Azami pick here. The Azami just holds so much control. Like, look at this. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. How do you kill this guy if you just push and shop? And a lot of people won't utilize the windows very well, so playing piano is good. And if they do utilize the windows, you can put Azamis here and here to block off the window angle. So Azami is one of the strongest operators on this site. So we can even learn from, you know, our own teammates. I do wish you ran the observation blockers instead of the beepers. The beepers are good for info, but the observation blockers, like, just make Alibi's ability so much stronger because they can't drone out the Prismas then. You just put them in front of the Prismas, very, very easy. Starting off bottom white, holding map control, this is good. I would just be concerned about them walking through bakery. Like, if they come through bake and they walk all the way up this hallway, you're gonna get shot in the back, right? This is pretty far, unless you're holding this angle. And honestly, you might as well just be holding this angle right now. There's nothing else to hold. Looking at nothing isn't doing anything. This is the only potential threat. If they walk up this hallway, you're gonna hear them because they're literally right beside you, but you might not hear them if they crouch walk up this bar, which is why you want to be aiming here. So just general aim. Nice. Exactly. Perfect. Exactly what I was hoping you were doing, but I don't know why you stopped. Like, just keep holding it. There's nothing better to do unless you're going to check the cameras. Now you're not holding it and they can actually walk up brown. So now the space and the control you have, you aren't playing as well as you could. So you're not holding the control if you're not holding this angle, right? Because this Jackal could just walk up brown, kill your teammate, and you'd be like, damn, I was there and I could have killed him. So hold something, because right now you're just hiding in a corner hoping they actually walk past this white hall. There you go. See, you almost killed him there. You might kill him still. There's still opportunity. You could just tuck in a little more. Now you're fully exposed. He has the advantage off the bar. Keep that in mind. This is better. This is worse. And I said that because you were like this and the bar wasn't exposed, and then you moved it slightly aside and he could be holding this from this side of the bar and you're in the middle of the open. You see this from his perspective. Look how free you are. But if you're back holding that pixel, he comes around here, bah, you're in cover. Oh my God. Using cover. One of the most simple things. And yeah, you had no cover, so you lost the gunfight. If you want to do this better, instead of pushing this door, you push this door. Now you have cover of this. You can scan each angle one by one. And look, he has no cover, whereas you do, and you probably win that gunfight. If you have bad aim, it's not always about your aim. You can play into the fact you have bad aim by making it harder for you to die, which is a very simple concept that I explain a lot, but it's very true. A lot of these things just comes down to taking better gunfights. The difference between an emerald and a diamond isn't like a diamond has just 20 million more hours and 10 times better strategy. It's like you're running generally the same strategy, you're just making slightly better decisions along the way. And a lot of that comes down to playtime and actually watching things back and thinking about these things as you're watching them. How can I do this better is a great question to ask every single round when you watch your gameplay back. How could I hold this better? Is there a better angle I could be holding? Should I be ADS? Is there a different piece of utility that would help me do this better? And then you can discover like, oh, instead of playing Alibi here, maybe I should be playing Legion. And I put a Gumai behind the bar, and when he hits it, I swing off this cover, and then I know he's there. Or whatever it is. You're just playing off the utility, giving you more of an advantage. You're always trying to stack the advantages as much as you can, and the more you do that, the more you'll get kills, the more you'll win, and the better you'll be. Plus, the more like general knowledge you'll have if you're able to do that, because you'll realize very quickly like, oh, this operator ability is good for this, blah, 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 blah. Still doing this setup. Okay, this is, okay, I know you love Castle, and like, yeah, this is the first time I think we've seen a Spectating Nightmare Castle strat that's not complete Nightmare. This is a default Castle strat, and I've complained about this before. It's like, fine, you can do it, or you could just like play backside and hold this space, and then they can't take it for free, because the problem with this Castle strat is anytime I see this Castle strat, I take the back. I go Nomad, I air jab it off, or I go Ash, and I just blast this open. I can see down Red Hall right away, and the entire strategy falls apart when you open this castle, because you're hoping to play from prep to contest bakery, right? You're holding this and hoping they push into it. If they just don't push into it, this castle strat's really bad, and I'm not a fan. But the fact that you're reinforcing this 20 seconds into the round when, you know, they're getting kind of aggressive. Actually, you still have that bakery guy. Oh no, that Doc did die. So yeah, now your Doc is dead, which honestly isn't your fault, but like, my other problem with castle when you solo queue is the site setups are so long that it's not usually worth it, just because you're not able to roam off the start. You're not able to contest the map control, and you're too busy doing the setup, which is fine, you know, if you think your teammates are better than you. But if you want to, you know, get to the higher rank, you probably should be better than your teammates, because you're an emerald, then you get emerald teammates. And if you want to be diamond, you should play like a diamond, which means you have to play better than your emerald teammates. Or you play so well that your emerald teammates start playing like diamonds, which means you're supporting and pushing their skill ceiling up. And a castle strategy isn't really doing that, because most people don't know how to play into a strategy. You have to do that with other techniques that I've explained at other points, but we can go more into that later. No, let's just go into it now. I mean, the other techniques are just like playing off your teammates, like swinging when they swing, bringing operators to support their play style, reading into their play style. This just looks like you're doing default strategies, which is fine. It's just you got to play better than the default strategy if you want to win more. Your teammate just died bakery, and now you're on cams. This to me is weird. I mean, you have this guy watching his doorway, but you kind of are in a bad spot to go on cams. Like, you don't want to go on cams here. It's been 40 seconds and your teammate died from bakery. You should be off cams shooting these drones, because now they know you're on cams. I mean, checking the cams, like, you just checked. What the fuck are you doing? You check the cams out white. You know they're not white. You know they're not upstairs, so you know they're all bakery. But if this guy wasn't on Twitch, you just died because you did it in the middle of the open. Like, if you want to really, really go on cams, get in this corner. Like, go do it safely. Now you didn't get any of the drones. Yeah, see, if you're not on the cams, you're shooting the drones, you're getting rid of their info, and you have a much better chance of playing this right. Again, this is just countered by this castle being open. If Buck just opens this castle, which I mean, it's Buck, but if they see this castle and prep it, if you see this castle setup, go Ash, hop in here, go prone and Ash this open and hold the entire angle. I mean, it will probably work, and then worry about your flanks afterwards. Okay, what was the point? Heard him goes on cams, punches the castle, sure. Really just not cracking down on their info is the biggest thing right now. Like, they have so much information baked that now they know that take it for free, which means you didn't waste as much time as you could have. This is interesting to me because he has to vault in this window. So you'll hear him when he vaults in, and you have this all castled. So instead of holding this like a little bitch boy, what you can do is walk up and hold it like this. So that way, when he vaults in, you are shooting him as he's vaulting in. He can't move, he can't dodge, he's vaulting right into your angle, but you're not over peeking it to the point where he can kill you. So he can't see you, but you hold it from back here. I mean, then you have to worry about red, I guess, which is probably your main concern, which is why also, if you put this beeper up more, like on this one, then you'll have the info when they hit here so you can react to it better. This is like, they're already pushing down the stairs and shooting you by the time this beeper goes off. So like, just put it up here so you can actually react to the information, and then you can play this hallway way more comfortably, right? Then you can hold this angle without dying to that guy red stairs, and when he does hit the beeper, you can react, slide into cover, hold the angle, whatever. He's also worried about the rotate at the same time. I forgot that this rotate can, I mean, yeah, I would just hold the rotate. If you just aim at the rotate, swing off the info of the window vault in, and then you're fine. That's the better way to play that. You just sit here, hold the rotate. I mean, The rotate you can hold way better from up on the stairs because then it gives you an off angle. Actually, I think that's only on the doorway you can get. Yeah, if you're standing up on the stairs, you can get an off angle on the doorway, but not on the rotate. But it'd be something that I would, you know, try to do while I'm doing it. It looks like a lot of like a little bit of like some scared gameplay going on, like worried to take fights, worried to contest space. I mean, you're doing fine though. Like this is fine. Like holding red hall is fine. The problem is like it can be easily broken down. One castle, what do you do? Like what is your play after they counter your hold? Like you're just kind of screwed, right? And it's very, very simple to counter your hold, which is like there's not enough layers to it, you know? There you go. They can buck through this wall. Now you're in a crossfire. They have the guy Whiskey and they have the guy Smallbake, and you're not even, is this reinforced? No, you're not even concerned about this, which is crazy. Okay, now you see, okay, wow. I'm witnessing what we saw last week with a bronze where like he was a skybridge on canal and he's looking back and forth at each angle. You have to pick one. If you have a 50-50 fight where there's a guy on your right and a guy on your left, you have to pick one. And this is the right option because you'll hear them pushing on the right. So you just aim at this. Don't aim at it for 0.2 seconds and look in the middle of the wall. Just keep aiming at it. Where are you going? You're just giving up. You're just giving up. You see your legions above. You know the guy's not above. Where are you doing? You're just like, hey, yeah, take the site and kill my whole team. This is not good. You're not winning this. You're not even gonna kill him like this. He's gonna walk past and you're gonna whiff and then he's gonna be in sight and your whole team's dead. You're giving up sight. This is the problem. Look. Your team is dying on sight and your solution is running away and letting them take the site and plant. And then what? Then you have to retake, then you have to defuse. It's not gonna be good. You gotta get more active in a 3v4. Right? When you have no control and you're down in man deficit and you can't hold the site, you got to do something. Hitting the flank is also not the play because again, it doesn't matter if you kill Buck, which you're not going to because he hears you sprinting across the map above him. They are planting the bomb and they will have a post-plant bakery, and taking this site back is going to be very, very difficult. So you are putting yourself in really tough situations to actually win the round. You got to think about win condition always in Emerald. Once you start thinking about win condition and start acting on that win condition sooner, you're gonna have a much easier time actually winning. Now, your guy managed to stop the plant somehow. The guy was planting in a smoke grenade instead of planting in cover. I just want to point out, if this guy doesn't plant in the middle of the open and he just plants here, you cannot kill him. Like, he can use the cover of the bar and use the smoke to the point where, like, it's gonna be nearly impossible to stop that plant with no utility. So the fact that he planted here is kind of moronic. So just take that into account when you realize that, yeah, somehow the defense actually ends up winning this round. So, just saying. I'm not saying it's impossible to win the round like that. I'm saying it's just not strategically sound, and it's kind of dumb because the second you play someone who doesn't plant in the middle of the open in Emerald, yes, in Emerald they're planting in the middle of the open. The second you don't play someone like that, you're gonna just lose the round. And you guys definitely should have lost that round based on your play alone. Unfortunately, the other team is bad, and I mean that's the thing. I mean the other team is bad, and they will make mistakes as well. It's part of the game. I mean they do that in Diamond, they do that in Champ, they do it in Emerald, very obviously. I like the Goyo pick. I don't like the site pick. I don't love these Goyo placements. If I'm gonna play Goyo here, I love this one. This one on the window is great. I would probably go out and put one Snow Door to slow them down from taking into the map from this side. And then I would probably put them, like, this one's okay. This one is okay. I would probably barricade this door and put one on it, but even then they can shoot them from the window. Like, one guy on the window gets all of your Goyos right now. That's kind of the problem. They shoot open this window, yeah, the Goyo pops, but they also pop these two, and all of a sudden 3 Goyos have stalled 20 seconds at a time, and that's not good. So you want to kind of spread them out more. Maybe you want to hold above. Like, you should be holding above on this site, because if they take above, they open the hatch, they work the floor, then they literally have site control for free pretty much. So maybe like barricading this, putting one for the red drop, reinforcing these walls, coming above, like playing some vertically. But right now, yeah, it's not too much. I mean, you can put one on this window as well, the red hall hop-in window. I actually didn't see where the first one was. This one's okay. This one's okay. I mean, they shoot from the window, but it's okay late round. It's a good late round, Goyo. I'd like to see you use your utility to hold more space in the map rather than just throwing your stuff down on site and doing like a really, really basic setup. Like, I'd like to see you like contest map control really, really solid with your utility, which the castle was like a little bit. The Alibi was not. The Goyo was not. You're just throwing them in sight. The castle was like, oh, that's a default castle setup, but you're not even playing into the setup, right? So it's like, why are you doing this setup if you're not going to play into it, right? You did the whole setup, and the second they opened one castle, you ran upstairs. Like, what? Why are you playing castle? I don't get it. All right, so again, we're not holding anything. We're looking around in circles again. We have not checked the cameras. You are doing nothing. You are doing nothing except hoping they Amaru in the window for a free kill, which is like a terrible strategy to begin with. Now you're really holding nothing. Like, now they could literally just walk through this doorway into sight at this point. Oh, what do you know? They went to the window, they popped the Goyos, and now your Goyos are useless. Again, you got this kill because that guy is bad. You're sitting there hoping they do something really dumb. Pro tip, sticking your face into a window after punching it and seeing an enemy is really dumb. So that Zofia made a stupid play, which is why you killed her. Keep that in mind. Better players will not do that, and you want to try to beat better players. Like, you're just relying on really... Here's the thing. Let's break this down a little bit, because I say this a lot, and some people are like, that's the stupidest advice because it's so basic. Don't rely on the enemy's mistakes, but force them to make mistakes harder. Like, that's not even like... Let me reframe this. The enemies make mistakes, obviously. The more you can capitalize on those mistakes, the easier it'll be to get kills. But the higher in skill you go, the less stupid the mistakes will be. So this Zofia won't be doing that in 1 rank higher, because that was a really dumb peek. This is your only play though. Like, this playing here and holding this, your only play is hoping they rush into sight or stick their face in a window or stick their face in these holes, like walking into your setup like morons without doing anything. So the more you can layer your setup and force them to do it over and over again, the more opportunities you have to capitalize on their mistakes. But right now, you're like, I hope they walk directly into sight with no info, because otherwise I lose, basically. Because if they work the site and use their map control to open walls and put pressure and open the floor, because you're not holding any of it, they can do that for free, and then you're screwed. So try to layer your defense setups so that there's more potential mistakes for them to make. The more potential mistakes there are for them to make, the easier it is to get kills. This impact, I know you're like, oh, they're gonna think I'm flanking, but now you've just made your setup harder to defend, because if they do end up peeking in here, they can look up the hatch and kill you now. Okay, hitting the flank in the 5v2, completely unnecessary. Hitting the flank early in the round, sure, when it's a 5v5 and they're distracted, but now it's like, okay, now they can walk into sight. Like a 2v5, the only way they can really win this is if they get sight control and plant the bomb. But now you've given that up, so now it's like, if they, let's say there was a guy white. Let's say there was a guy white and you're flanking now. He pushes in and kills the smoke. Oh my god, now he's in the sight. He has sight control, and now you're pushing into your own setup and the Goyo that you put down. And now they can actually win. Oh my god, they killed the smoke. If the Twitch just takes sight right now, right after that kill, you lost. Wow, imagine. I mean, it's going to be a little more, like, obviously, like, he's probably not going to lose this round, even if the Twitch gets sight control, because it's a 2v4, and the guy's not, like, the best player in the world, but you're opening up the opportunity for them to win, which is not something you want to do. And now you're fighting a guy that you really don't need to. Like, now you're in a bad spot. Like, this fight, tell me what's better. Is this fight better onto the guy, like a basically even fight that you had on the Jackal in the first round? Is this a better fight? Or sitting here watching these footholds a better fight? Waiting for the vault on the shield, playing your utility, playing the Goyo, hiding in this corner. Now he's really screwed if he pushes in. Of course, all of these are better fights, but you gave that up by leaving the site. Again, if this guy just plays it, waits for you to push him, like the rest of your team has done, he could win this round. Like, why are you pushing him? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're throwing. That's what you're doing. You're throwing. You knew this. The second you dropped the hatch, you were throwing. That's when the throw starts. You can't throw if you don't start to throw. I'm chill. This is a chill spectating nightmare. Now, 3 of your 5 teammates have walked at this guy, letting him get 3 freebies, and now he has a chance to win. Is he going to win? Probably not. Like, he's low on time. If literally any of your teammates just sit in the site and play off the Goyos. Is this Goyo still here? It's not. Is this one? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So that one just got popped. He can't push this doorway. He has to walk into one of these 2 doorways with goo mines on it and plant the bomb. He does not have time to do this. So if you are the Legion, you hide in this train and go prone, and this guy cannot win the round. He literally cannot win. And if he walks in and takes the goo mine out and starts planting, there's gonna be like 5 seconds left because he's on the other side of the map. And then when he starts planting, you run at him, you can kill him, and he's completely screwed because there's literally no time. That's how you play time. That's why I want to see, is it going to happen? Let's find out. Moron number 1, expose. Legion, you hide, you win. Where's he going? He's doing it. He's doing the thing I said. He's proning in the train. Now run at him. It's 0-0-0. What did this guy just do? How do you lose this? All right, there is 5 seconds. He's doing the thing. Let's figure out what he did wrong, because this is a situation where you should never lose. Okay, firstly, he got past every single goo mine. That's unlucky. I'm not gonna lie, that's unlucky, but also they could have been placed better. You hear him planting? Go now. 2 seconds. Get closer. Hold an angle. Get closer. You get closer. You hear him planting. He has to stick. If he gets off plant right now and you're standing here, he doesn't have time to get to you. How does Broski do it? Does he stay prone? He goes. Sprint all the way through, all the way through, all the way through, all the way through. That's the problem. Why is he not? It's 0, 0, 0. Just sprint at him. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is unlosable. This is unlosable. Don't grind up to the reinforcement. He can't get off. If he gets off, he loses. You sprint, take the shortest route, get behind the mining rack. He is dead. He is dead. But instead, he fucking sprint and he did the fake shoot for no reason. And then by the time he got to him, he didn't have the angle on him and he lost the gunfight. You just literally run at him. You literally just run at him, but no excuses. Everyone on the team threw that round. Literally every single person except for maybe the smoke, because he was the first to die. He got shot in the back. He didn't know the Twitch was there. Everyone else ran at him, including you, the person who submitted this. I dog, more like I dumb. Oh my god, I'm not chill, guys. The chillness has left the building. No, I'm chill. It's cool. It's cool. I mean, I think most people, like, I feel like coppers and bronzes don't make those mistakes that emeralds do, and they see these mistakes and they're like, wow, this guy's really dumb. Why would you peek him? I can just hide on site. But once you get to emerald, you realize that you can't just sit on site the entire time. Like, you realize you have to make plays, and like, people learn in different ways. The mistakes in copper are super obvious for emeralds because they've already played through those players and understand those ranks. The mistakes in emeralds are super obvious for coppers because they don't understand all the elements that have led this player to this point, and it's also the reason they're stuck in copper. So if you're watching this video and you're any rank below emerald and you say, I'm better than this guy, you're not. You don't know how to play the game well enough to get to this rank. And the truth is, this guy is better than you despite his mistakes seeming obvious. The same way this emerald watches a champ player and says, wow, that guy's a moron. He could have just baited Lamore. Or he could have just like flanked or whatever. It says some dumb shit. The moral of the story is everyone learns different ways, and you don't understand how that player got to where they were based on the things they've learned and the players they played against and this like brain of knowledge they've developed over the course of the game. And it's part of the reason why people get so angry at their teammates and think their teammates are so bad. It's because you don't understand how they play and why they play the way they do. Which is why we always kind of have to go back to the fundamentals of the game and team play and pressure and layering and mistakes and all these different things that make good Siege players. If you fall back to fundamentals, you will always improve. You will always get better. That's what I'll say. I love the Blackbeard pick. Blackbeard is overpowered. I get called a nerd for using shields. It's like, abuse the meta. You want to win, abuse the meta. That's a way to do it. If you want to win, just abuse meta. I mean, it works. It works really well. It makes life easier. I don't know what you're doing though. Like, you spent a minute rappelling around the building 17 times. What are you doing? You haven't added any pressure. Did you even shoot the default inside? I don't know. Did you shoot the white default? No, you didn't even look at it. It might already be broken. Going for the diffuser. Okay. Why are you standing up? Look at this. Look at your fucking legs, dog. And your name's literally Dog. Now you crouch. If you're gonna stand up, you might as well sprint because good play, good power. You know he's out of ammo, good power. Now slow down. If I see a guy with a Boschy, I'm just ADSing him every single day of the week because he has to hit a headshot with a Boschy, which, you know, most of the time I aim for the body. See, this is okay. Crouch, bro. Crouch. Why are you chasing this guy down? Sprinting, dude. I mean, you can sprint, but like the second you see him, crouch. Like, look how long it took you to crouch. Like, this guy freaking put he put 30 bullets in you already. Let's see how many bullets he got off before you crouched. Half the mag. You got half the mag off before you crouch. Also, you're leaning, which, as you can see, exposes your toes. Don't lean on shields when you're trying to fight people. I learned this from Penguin, actually, very recently. Like, this was only months ago I learned this, which I didn't know either. But yeah, don't lean with shields. You're so cooked. You're so cooked. Yeah. I mean, this is the thing about shields. Chip damage is how you die, right? They slowly take away damage. This guy has impacts. You have nobody behind you. You're not playing with your team. You're fighting a guy for no fucking reason. Let's keep this in mind. Let's go back. Where are you going? To get diffuser, maybe? No, you're just going to fight a roamer by yourself. Why? What is this vigil doing that stops you from playing the map and taking the site? You're Blackbeard. You know what you could do? You could have just repelled in Heaven Window off the start and started shooting everyone because you have a shield. You have advantage. You could do that. You could just repel into the site if you really wanted, and it's going to be a better play than hunting the vigil on the first floor who literally is doing nothing. The only play this vigil has at any point in the round is coming back to site by walking up one of the two staircases because he can't stop plant because he doesn't have a C4. I mean, he has impacts, but he has to know exactly where you're planting. If you get rid of the defaults, you know, you're fine. Or you plant on a bar, really, if you really comes down to it, but that's not even going to be the case. Like, he's not going to stop the plant with impacts. You have a drone in sight, in the bomb site. This is fucking crazy. You know how free this is? Look, there's there's nobody here. If you repelled in right now and took the site, you could literally just plant the bomb. And then they all have to push into you, and you're Blackbeard with an AR and a shield, and you can dash into them, and they have to retake, and it's 10 times harder. You know what's easy for them? When you run through the map chasing one dude around, hoping that you kill him and that he has no other teammates around. Like, you're exposing yourself to red, to brown, and you're pushing into him. Maybe as a teammate, maybe they have a crossfire, guy drops a hatch, you get tag team, he impacts you, like, there's just no reason to be doing any of this. You're playing for kills, you're not playing for map control. That is one of the biggest mistakes you can make in Emerald. Stop trying to go kill people and start taking the control of the map. You work map control, you will get way more kills, you won't be 1 in 4, you'll know how to use a Blackbeard shield, and life will be 10 times easier. Guys, I'm sorry. I actually thought I was feeling really chill until I started watching this. Go more direct, like really just go directly for the site. Honestly, if I'm playing Blackbeard here, drone out bakery. Oh, look it. Imagine you drone this out. Look, you got a guy in the window. He's holding this rotate. There's one guy bake. You nade him. You shoot him. You literally kill him. Now you have bakery control. They can only push you from one direction because your gridlock's on this window. You walk in here with a shield. You see the guy. You break this pipe first so you don't get exploded. You bait him out a little bit. Then you push in and then blah, blah, blah. You kill them all. It's just so, like, simplify this shit. You have the most oppressive entry gadget in the entire game. A shield with an AR on it at the same time. Like, what are you doing? Why are you droning this in the middle of the open? This how you die. Van, hide behind Van and drone. What if he just peeks you when he sees that drone? What if he just peeks? Like, what if there's a guy here and he just peeks? Again. What if he just peeks? Again. Again, still. Okay, now it's fine. Now you're fine. You just sat in the middle of the open for 40 seconds, really hoping you didn't die. Good play. That's good. Completely unnecessary. Just push through the door. Oh, there's a renegade on the door. Never mind. I guess that's fine. But again, they can reset this gate from here. They can't reset this one from here. So just nade this one. This is completely unnecessary. You didn't even get through the wall fully. That's not how you use grenades. What did that grenade do? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. That guy could have actually continued sitting on this window. I think that grenade missed so bad. Yep, he could have just kept sitting here, to be honest. You want to use the grenade once you're up here. You can bank it off the window. Then it sits right in the middle, and then he has to leave. And as you do that, because you're already up here, you bank it off this. You push in this door at the same time in ADS. As he's running from it, you're shooting him and you're killing him. You want to use the grenades to force people out of cover, not to burn Rooney gates and throw them at the wall, okay? Careful. See, this is when I would back up to bakery and drone to actually figure out where they're playing, and then you can use the shield to push in on them. But right now, you're leaning again. Let's look at this from a Rooney's POV. I'm pretty sure he can shoot your shoulder right now. No, he can actually shoot you in the head. See that? There's actually a small sliver of your head showing because you're leaning. He's not looking. Kill him. Thank you. Dear Lord. All right. Now just sit here and hold the cross. Yep. Just hold the cross. Look at this. You got a window. You can just wait. If you hold this, anyone who crosses this entire bomb site will die. That means if he crosses to come stop the plant, he dies. If he comes from red and tries to swing a double door, he dies. You just sit on the window. Now you're exposing yourself to red. This guy walks down red, he shoots you in the side of the head. You're exposing yourself to too many things for no reason. Honestly, this started good, and then it really went downhill. Again, red. Just sit on the window and you're safe. Sit on the window, you're holding control, you're holding across, you're safe. You're looking back and forth. You're hoping, you're trying to get siege timing right now. You would die to Warden and be like, siege timing, I just looked at it. But like, realistically, half the time you're exposing yourself to one of the two angles, which is not good. That's not good. That's how you get siege timing and die. Now, where are you gonna plant? Red is open because your teammate opened it for no reason. When you had bait control, there's no reason to open this. It just gives them this cross. So where are you gonna plant? You have to plant. You really can't plant anywhere right now because they have a crossfire from kitchen and from freezer. So I mean, if you want to do this, you'd have to kind of wiggle your way in without exposing yourself to both angles, cross, and then plant like here, but then you can still kind of see your head. Like, you can't even really plant at this point. And now your team's dead, and now you're screwed. Yeah, exactly. So let's go back for a second. I want to see how many kills this guy would have got if he held the cross the entire time. Let's say he sat here on this window and held this cross the whole time. Doc's dead. He got Doc. He got one. That's it. That would have been it. I mean, Ash was trying to do it. I think the biggest issue then, in that case, like, it's unfortunate. This hole is definitely the biggest issue. If you're making this hole, that's not good. That's really not good. But at the same time, if you have all this control, you could just plant on the A-bomb. Like, you can get your teammate to just come plant A-bomb and then hold the red rotate, and then hopefully someone can hold these head holes. Or he plants A-bomb. This guy actually won't see him from there if he's planting because of this ledge. So you just have to hold these head holes. So if you could just get one teammate to plant here and you hold this, you win. Or you see that your Ash is holding that and you plant a bomb. But it's kind of risky. I mean, your whole team did die, but the main problem of your team dying was the fact that they opened red in the first place, which is like, you can't do much about. If you hold small bake, you hold this control, stop them from pushing up here. You open up this wall. Another reason why hard breach tools suck for hard breach is, as you saw, this guy died trying to crouch into a hard breach tool because this guy just literally only has one little hard breach tool to watch. This guy has to crouch in slowly and get shot in the face and loses the bomb. Next time you open this for pressure, you don't push through this breach if you don't have to, and then you just plant on the bomb, and then you're fine. You're fine. This guy's worried to push up. If he tries a C4, you have the guy, which is you, in the small bake, holding the cross, and you just plant. And that's it. You cleared out the Aruni very easily because he exposed himself. If he doesn't expose himself, you nade him, he runs, he dies from breach and prep at the same time. Then you have control of the bomb site, you plant the bomb, you win the round. You guys are doing too much, which is not entirely your fault because you're solo queue. And that's just like something you have to accept when you solo queue is like, yeah, my teammates will probably do some dumb shit. Oh well, I tried my best. I got prep control. I had a lot of established presence. You could have played that established presence a lot better. You could have played the grenades a lot better because you're exposing yourself to so many angles. Very, very high opportunity to die, but let's move on. Spawn peek, watching for it. Good play. Nice play. No, you were so close. This is what you do. You spray at that, but then you cross at the same time while ADS, so you now can get into the building. Now you're stuck in spawn. Now you're stuck in spawn, and it's 10 times harder to get out. Okay, picture this. Picture this, bro. He just switched angles. Oh my god. Oh my god. How did you forget do you think he just unspawned, bro? He was literally there 2 seconds ago. Okay, this is another example of being too kill hungry. You're trying to get the kill. You're not playing for map control right now. You're trying to get the kill. You're hoping this guy peeks you. And if he doesn't, he wastes all your time. If this guy does not peek you, you have effectively wasted all your time. Look. You're still wasting time. You're still wasting time. You're still wasting time. You're still wasting time. He could also still kill you. You're still wasting time. He's left. Look, he's gone. He's gone. Look at you. You've just wasted a minute of the round staring at a window for no reason. If you just cross out of spawn the first time, shoot at it, fine, aim at it, it's fine. You're out of spawn. There you go. Now you haven't lost 1/3 of the round because of one guy who has held actually your entire team in spawn for a minute. If you know the other team plays like this, do what Warden did every single time. But instead of peeking so aggressively, just spray some bullets. Spray some bullets. Quick peek, shoot out. Make them think you're still here. Just sit here and keep shooting. Keep making them think they're here. Look at this. You guys wasted so much time. The only guy that stopped this from happening was this guy, Snowdoor. Keep that in mind. This is how you counter this. You get the guy from white to rappel up and hold this angle. Or if you're this guy, you just open this door. You know, that's why if you want to stop this guy from spawn peek, you go over here, you come out of spawn, you get to the door where Sentry did. Then you don't waste a minute. Your whole team's not stuck in spawn. You can do it better. Just go pillar door next time. Or just cross out of spawn and open up the mining wall and shoot through the wall and he'll probably leave and your teammates should be fine. Okay, so you have 2 minutes left and nothing has been accomplished. This is good. This is fine. Your teammate is here. They could just run out the pillar door though. Just keep that in mind. Okay. Risky, risky, risky. If they're top white, you're just dead from anyone peeking top white. Upside down repel it, please. Upside down repel next time, please. If you want to hold that angle, just upside down repel. Then you're not as exposed to as many angles. I think the biggest thing here is like you're overexposing yourself to too many angles consistently. You only want to expose yourself to one angle at a time, and it should be the angle that you're holding. Like this. Perfect. Look at this. He is only exposed to fireplace. I mean, you should be over a little bit more and holding in the center because you're exposed to this angle. That's better. But now you have to flick. Yeah, okay. See, this is the problem. This is why I just said that, okay? When you're holding this angle, hold it where you could be peeked from. You just slide back a little bit and move this crosshair tip to here and move yourself right. Now you're holding one linear angle. If they push through fireplace from either direction, they are dead. But because you held it like this, you had to flick over. And this guy's already aiming at you. And you had to flick over and you almost died because of it. You almost died because you're exposing yourself to one more angle than you need to. So this is, again, we're playing for kills. We're not playing for map control. You got a kill, but you have no map control, which means you still have to push into their entire setup with only 1 minute left. Too much baiting, not enough map control. Baiting for kills, not getting map control. You finally get map control. They overpeak their setup. If he doesn't overpeak his setup, you're walking into it and then you're dying. This is his mistake, not you being good. I mean, you won the gunfight, which is good, but like he's playing dumb. Like he's doing what you guys did on your mining defense where you guys all ran at them. And that's how the Twitch won. So like you guys could realistically win this round because they are making the exact same mistake that you guys made. This is their round to lose. Like they won this round and now they're actively losing it. They're actively throwing it away by running at you and letting you kill them. There's another one. How did this guy just get a kill? Warden's walking at him in the middle of the open. Warden has no cover. Jackal does. Warden dies. Good droning. I mean, this is a good time to drone. You know, now the round is winnable. But the problem, it was never winnable until this point where they started losing. And now you're doing the right things, and that's good. But it's like, you got to win it sooner. You got to get the odds in your favor sooner so that you can win more often. Okay, this is fucking... What are you doing, bro? There's 25 seconds. Why are you IQ scanning? Go kill this motherfucker. Your teammate's in the site. Push with him. Help him. Yes. 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 Oh my God. And look, imagine a world where Goyo isn't 10-3 and doesn't think he's the best player of all time, and he just holds this doorway. If he just holds this doorway just like this, you peek into it like a moron. Look at this. If he was holding this doorway, you would have peeked right into his angle and he would have one-tapped you because you're slow walking. You would peek into it, he'd one-tap you, he'd have the case, he could run, he could hide, and they still win the round. But he did what you guys did too. Like, everybody in this rank just runs at people when they don't have to. Could you have long-armed the diffuser, snuck into sight, and plant the bomb safely knowing he's 90? Yeah, that could have been a situation, but then he can take the 1v1 on the Jackal while you're planting, and then you're kind of cooked. It looks like in that case, like, Goyo has to play aggressive. He has to push you there, but he doesn't because he has time on his side, and that's really what it comes down to. I have a really, really big video coming out soon, not this weekend, but the next weekend. It covers this stuff in real depth. Like, it's a lot of really good depth, and I'm really excited for it because I think it'll help everybody in any rank get better at the game, and I'm really looking forward to it. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you're new and you want to get better at the game. You know, I'm here to help. I'm here to help and slightly roast and get pissed at you guys, but also here to help. All right, we're on the dock now. I mean, again, not the utility choice I would hope for, but we have Rook and Doc, which means we don't have a lot of traps. We also have Oryx. We have smoke as well. So really we're relying on just barbed wire to defend the bomb site and then a zombie doing everything, which I'm not a fan of. So again, playing for kills, not playing for map control. The curse of Emerald, I swear to God. You guys pick Alibi, Rook, Doc, Oryx, Vigil, and nothing else. Except for this guy, who's actually trying to hold some sort of control. And it's really, this is your entire defense. If this guy falls and crumbles, you guys will lose the round unless you guys peek and kill them all, or they over peek and overextend, which is like, you know, 99% of Emerald rounds anyway. So you know he's Heaven Window. You're holding 0 map control. You're holding sight, which is fine, but like, hold here. Then you can watch the skylight drop. Right now, they could just drop skylight, swing this double door, and clap your cheeks like you're not even in cover. But if you hold here, they drop skylight, they're in the falling animation, you win this gunfight like 9 out of 10 times, and you're still in cover from everything, and you can push the Heaven guy if he starts repelling in, and it's just 10 times better. Like, this is the worst possible place you could sit. Don't you dare drop this fucking hatch, bro. I'm gonna be so mad if you drop this hatch. Again, what could they do right now? Look around at your teammates. How could they take the bomb site and win this round? They jump in the skylight. Jump in skylight. Nobody shop. Nothing. Literally nothing to worry about. They could all jump in the skylight and push through everywhere and kill your whole team and plant the bomb. They could literally jump in the skylight and just plant the bomb. I mean, nobody's watching that either. You guys are literally not even, you are giving up the site completely, and you have no trap utility to even be like, hey, they're in the site. You wouldn't even know if they were in the site. I mean, you probably hear them jump in the skylight, maybe, but you guys have there's nothing going for you here. Like, this is one of the worst defenses I've ever seen. Even here, like, what are you holding? This is the worst angle you could hold. If he peeks into this, he's still in cover. Unless you headshot him with the first bullet, you are dead. Like, you're in the middle of the open, and he's in cover, so you probably lose that more than you win. He wide swings it, you have to flick. Like, your crosshair is too tight, so when he wide swings it, he shoots you in the face. But if you hold your crosshair wide, he slow peeks it, and you die. Like, it's like kind of like a 50-50, except if you don't win the 50, you were completely screwed, and if he doesn't win the 50, he still has cover, and now it's not a 50-50, so really, he has more of an advantage than you, so don't do it. There's a skylight drop. There's no reaction. This is the problem. Now they're in the site, and you guys don't know. They're not doing it as a team, though. They're not doing it as a team. That's the problem. Like, if this guy pushed your cocktail, you lost. You lost. If this guy pushed cocktail instead of pushing this, like, if he had one drone cocktail near you there, you lost. He made the wrong choice. He made the wrong choice. But if this guy is better, he takes the space of cocktail, kills you, now can hold all of sight, his team can come back, and they will win. That is, you were one drone away from completely losing the round off a single player. That does not make a good defense. I don't even know why you're playing Doc if you're just sitting on site hiding in corners. Like, play literally any trap op in the game. You want an ACOG? Great. Play the Goyo. I don't care. Do you want, I mean, Goyo's... Did he kill that guy? Damn. I see why he submitted the game now. Okay, I see you. I see you. See, if you could do that every single round, you wouldn't be an emerald. But the problem is you can't. So like, let's maybe like start working on some fundamental concepts, you know? The problem is you can't do that if like you're already dead, and you're already dead if the Amaru pushes into cocktail. Again, going back to the original issue. But like, nice shots. Nice shot again. I mean, he's kind of cooking with the P90. Okay, now you're getting overheated though. 30 seconds. What does he have to do? He has to plant the bomb. Good. Good. Yes, very nice. He has to plant. He has to plant. We're not going to make the same mistakes that we did before. Right, guys? Right, guys? We're not going to make the same mistakes we did before. We're not going to overpeak in 20 seconds and push through on him. We're not going to push him in 20 seconds because he has to plant the bomb. Right, guys? No, you're going to do that because you're a fucking moron. Nice. But he aced Poxonlox. Yeah, but he aced because they're bad. And because he hit nice shots. Like, there's always two sides of it, right? If you're acing by running at them in situations when you shouldn't, or you're acing because you're hiding in a corner, capitalizing on the fact that they don't know how to drone a single room, it's not good. It's not good. Yes, you aced because you hit nice shots. And you isolate the gunfights fairly well. Okay, you isolate the gunfight well, but you over pushed, you over peaked, you didn't have any util to back it, and it was extremely risky. Like, that's why you're not acing every round. You could ace every round with that aim, but you can't ace every round because you don't have the information and the map control to do it. You ace that round because they pushed into the spots where luckily you were aiming at. They pushed into the weakest points of the push instead of pushing into the power positions. They took the power positions there, you're completely screwed. If they took Heaven, if they took Skylight and pushed Cocktail, you're completely done. I don't like the IQ pick, mainly because you're not doing anything with your utility. Yet again, just playing for guns. And playing just guns is okay if you're playing for map control and power positions. If you're pushing with your team and working for map space, you probably don't even need utility against these guys, to be fair. Because like your setup, there's nothing contesting you from taking that map control. So in that sense, like, you don't need utility on attack, but you need to drastically change the way you attack because you are, again, only looking for kills. And I'm sorry that I've been repeating myself nonstop throughout this entire match. Overexposing yourself to bottom white again. Much better. That was just a panic nade. Like, there was absolutely zero reason to throw a grenade. I don't think I've seen you use a single grenade properly this entire game, which is really sad. I mean, burning the Aruni gate, that's like, you can do that. Look at this. This is what your team should have done. This is what the other team could have done last round. They could have just done this. Like, you guys didn't have shop except for that Rook super late. Like, this, imagine they did this on their attack last round. What are you going to do as Doc in the corner of Cocktail? Realistically, let's say you're here with Doc. How do you stop this? You have no utility. They're on an Osa shield. They have a blitz. You can't stop the plant. You can't do anything. You can't do anything. You're so fucked.
Attackers activating diffuser.
Again, same problem as before. Why are you holding it so aggressive? Just hold like this. If they come through the doorway, the gate activates, then you swing. Like, you can just hold a tight. You're exposing yourself to too much. You're exposing yourself to this guy on the right. If he doesn't whiff, you're dead. Like, your aim is really good. I mean, this is like, you can get to champ with aim like this, but you can't get to champ with gameplay like this. And that's the difference. So they won the round, or they won the game. Nice shots. Work on everything else. I don't know what to tell you. See you guys.